Hello there, this is Bill Lewis here to explain our new Assistant Supervisor Boost policy. The new Assistant Supervisor Boost policy is designed to motivate assistant supervisors to put their businesses on a solid foundation of 4 case credits of personal, retail, and preferred customer sales per month, and to reward assistant supervisors for sales activity of downline assistant supervisors who are not 4 case credit active. Keep in mind that this policy goes into effect in North America on July 1st, 2020, and later on in the year in other countries. To understand how it works, let's look at a couple of examples. In this scenario, Assistant Supervisor 1 has sponsored Assistant Supervisors 2, 3, and 4. This example shows that Assistant Supervisors 2, 3, and 4 each sponsor a preferred customer who purchases a Start Your Journey pack at a 5% preferred customer discount. Under the current system, Assistant Supervisors 2, 3, and 4 each receive a preferred customer profit of $80.63 plus a preferred customer bonus of $16.13. Assistant Supervisor 1 does not receive any compensation on these transactions. Under the new Assistant Supervisor Boost program, assistant supervisors must be 4cc active during the month to receive the PC bonus and the personal bonus. This diagram illustrates what happens to the PC bonus generated under assistant supervisors who are not 4cc active. The PC bonus moves upline to the next FBO who is 4cc active, even if that FBO is an assistant supervisor. Just as the PC bonus moves upline, so does the 5% personal bonuses on purchases made by assistant supervisors who are not 4cc active during the month. This bonus moves up to the next 4cc active FBO, even if the FBO is another assistant supervisor. To summarize, assistant supervisors who are 4cc active will be able to earn both the PC bonus and the personal bonus from downline assistant supervisors who are not 4cc active, even though they're at the same sales level. As we mentioned before, this exciting Assistant Supervisor Boost will help the assistant supervisors in your group to earn more and grow faster. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best as you work to build your forever business.
Supervisor is the second critical step in the Forever Marketing Plan. Once you achieve Supervisor, you begin to really unlock the earning potential that Forever has to offer. To become a supervisor, you need to build a 25 case credit business over a 2 consecutive month period. This can be achieved by retailing product and by building a team and teaching others to build their retail business. Supervisors receive a 38% discount on product. This means that any product sold to retail customers % profit. In addition, supervisors earn a team-leading bonus of 3 to 8% for their non-manager group. As a supervisor, you receive a 38% discount. Assistant supervisors you've sponsored receive a 30% discount, plus a 5% bonus if they are active with 4cc. You receive from 3 to 8% on all the volume that they do within their team. Once you start receiving a team-leading bonus, you will always receive the difference between your discount level and that of your personally sponsored FBOs. All bonuses and discounts are based on the retail pricing, regardless of your level in the marketing plan, ensuring that you always receive the maximum profit as you build your business. The Forever Marketing Plan was built on the principle of rewarding people for their hard work. The more you do, the more you earn. Share your favorite products and the forever opportunity to reach the next level in the marketing plan and continue to grow your business. Manager is a critical step in the Forever Marketing Plan. Once you achieve Manager, you can work toward achieving key incentives like Forever to Drive, Eagle Manager, and Chairman's Bonus. To become a manager, you must build a 120cc business over 2 consecutive months, or 150cc business over a 4 consecutive month period. This can be achieved by retailing product and by building a team and teaching others to build their retail business. Most achieve Manager with a combination of these activities. Managers receive a 48% discount on product. This means that any product sold to retail customers earns a 48% profit. In addition, managers earn a team-leading bonus of 5 to 18% for their non-manager group. As a manager, you receive a 48% discount. Assistant supervisors you've sponsored receive a 30% discount, plus a 5% bonus if they are active with 4CC. You receive from 13 to 18% difference on all of the volume they do within their team. Supervisors you sponsored receive a 38% discount. You receive the 10% difference on all the volume they do within their team. Assistant managers you sponsored receive a 43% discount. You receive the 5% difference on all of the volume they do within their team. Once you start receiving a team-leading bonus, you will always receive the difference between your discount level and that of your personally sponsored FBOs. All bonuses and discounts are based on retail pricing, regardless of your level in the marketing plan, ensuring that you always receive the maximum profit as you build your business. The Forever Marketing Plan was built on the principle of rewarding people for their hard work. The more you do, the more you earn. Share your favorite products and the forever opportunity to reach the next level in the marketing plan and continue to grow your business.
Consider that networking is something we each do every day in our lives. This might be recommending a favorite film or sharing a wonderful experience you had at a restaurant. Networking, and by extension, network marketing, is all about building relationships and sharing the things you love through personal recommendation. As you take people through the business building cycle and introduce them to the forever opportunity, take some time to record your interactions and build a profile for each prospect. Understanding the wants, needs, goals, motivations, and hesitations of each person you interact with will allow you to determine how
I'm not hearing. Recording in progress.
Okay, so the two things you will do. Good morning, everybody, forever Nigeria, forever everywhere around the world. All our friends joining us this morning from different countries. This training is basically for forever business owners. And so you are very, 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 very well advised to share the link to all your team members and remind every one of them that we have started. My name is Kelechi Osaje, and I'm reaching out to you from the head office of Forever Living Products. We are having a training that is tagged Business Building, Forever Business Building. Every Tuesday, we bring business building trainings to you. And what is the business building? Trainings that have to do with the company policies, that have to do with your business, your CC, and how we want you to do it right so that you can get great results in what you do. And that is what we do every Tuesday, bringing to you all about the incentives running and how we can do our business in the right way. So it is for all our forever business owners in Nigeria and every other place around the world. Our friends are welcome to join us. A lot of times we have people from Kenya, from Ghana, from Liberia, from South Africa, from UK, from US. You're all welcome to join us. We have enough room for everybody. And this morning, we have our very own Pastor Mrs. Ngozi Achonwa training us under this particular business building. Today, she'll be talking to us about, last week, Ada Ejiofor trained off and told us about eagles. A lot of things she told us about eagles. And I promised I was going to bring someone to us who is going to tell us how she was able to do it. Many people were already asking, oh, how do I become a supervisor? How do I get people to become supervisor? This and that. And I said, we are having someone in the house who we celebrated during our success day. Our last success day in January, we celebrated her. She did her 60cc every month for the whole of the year. That is the CC club, 5cc and above club that was launched. A lot of people qualified for different levels, but our own Mrs. Ngozi Achonwa Pastor Mrs. Ngozi Achonwa, qualified under 60cc, and the Forever Living Nigeria took her to South Africa, to Ghana on a free trip with every other FBOs are qualified. But she went royally and beautifully on a free trip with them to Ghana, fully sponsored by the office. So today, Ngozi Achonwa, you're going to be telling us how you were able to do it. I would love us to please, whenever you are coming to our trainings, try to come with your jotter, your pen, jot down some things, and also ask questions in line with what we talk about, so that we will not deviate. We want to learn all and learn today. Pastor Mrs. Ngozi Achonwa is a new Sapphire manager, one of our newest Sapphire managers in the business. And she's a very busy mother, a very, very busy executive, and also a co-founder of a church. So despite all that, you were able to achieve it. So we want to hear from you today, Ma, to tell us how you did it, because we want a lot of people to join on board to be able to achieve it and beyond. Thank you for making our time to join us, and the floor is all yours, Ma.
Good morning, Kelechi. Thank you for this opportunity. And I also thank FLP Nigeria for this great opportunity. And I welcome everyone to this morning's training, FLP #1, no limit, okay? I hope we are all bubbling, we are all okay, we are in high spirits, and doing all that we need to do to be sure we get the best out of the best in this business. Like I always tell everyone, Forever Living business, Forever Living product business is the best business on earth. I say it out of experience. I say it because I've done so many other businesses and I know what I'm saying. Okay, so today I'll just do the training in 2 phases. I'm going to have the practicals and discussion session later, but I just want to go through some fundamental theories and some fundamental things we need to know that actually would help. And of course, the topic, as Kelechi told us, is achieving 60 case credit with non-manager team members monthly. We're not talking about our managers, okay? Some of us who are senior managers, salary managers, Sapphire managers, Diamond, Sapphire, Diamond, Double Diamond, we know we all have manager business under us. So if you're live and direct with us and you're happy and you want this to be your achievement this month, I want you to put it on the chat section. I want to achieve it. I want to achieve it, because I tell you what, it's achievable. And out of whatever you say, whatever you see, you become. You need to see your business. You need to go to your back office. You need to go to your webpage and see 60 case credit of non-managers every month. Is doable. And if you want to achieve it, put it there. Because when you say it, you receive it. This is what you receive, what you say that you receive, okay? So that's what we want to discuss today. That's what we want to discuss today. And I just want to say that as an introduction, if you do what everybody is doing, you will get what everybody is getting. That's just it, okay? If you do what everybody is doing, you will get what everybody is doing. But if you go the extra mile, you get the extras. I got this from my husband during service on Sunday, and I give all kudos to him. If you go the extra mile, if you do the extra, you will get the extra, okay? If you go the extra mile, you will get the extra case credits, you will get the additional bonuses, you will get the extra profit from your sales, you will get the extra fulfillment, which is even more important than the others. So what am I telling us today? I tell you today to go the extra mile, go the extra mile. Go the extra mile and get the extras in this business, okay? So as we go on, I want to say that one of the basic things that helped me and which would help anyone and everyone is for you to find the system that works for you. You need to find the system that works. It's not something anybody does for you. Now we are all different, we are all unique, okay? Whatever that worked for me is not exactly the same thing that will work for you. You are unique, you're made in a unique way, you're made in a different way, and so what will work for you will be different it might not be exactly the same. So you need to sit down and find what works for you. I give you an example. I'm a very shy person. I'm very, very shy, especially when I go out and I'm with people. But once I am in my enclosed place and I'm not looking at people and I'm not seeing people around me, I can say anything. And that's why calls, chats, I do very well. But there are people who are not very good at typing and things like that. They prefer to go out there and make friends. So what works for you? Within how God has made you, your abilities, your talents, you are able to find what will work for you and find it. When you find it, build a system around it. And then whatever you have found, make sure it's duplicatable, okay? Whatever system you're finding in doing this business, we all know the basic cost. We all know the basic activities in the business. That's not what I'm here to train us on. So you know what the activities are, your daily activities, your monthly, your weekly. Find what works for you and make sure it's duplicatable. Like I tell you, something that is not duplicatable we used to do in those days. I tell you, for some people, anything you're doing should be very, very duplicatable. It's something that anybody that comes into the business will be able to do. Now, I wanted to give an example of what we used to do in those days, going to get a hotel as an individual and then getting people to come for BOM there as an individual, paying for food and things like that. And at the end of the day, you're spending hundreds of thousands of naira. There are very few Nigerians who can do it. So when we do it like that, and we do 1, 2, 3, 4, I did it. I got a few of my downlines to do it. We couldn't continue with it because it's not duplicatable. So find a system that is duplicatable and make sure you stick to it. And then teach your downlines, your team members to do so. You need to also teach your team members to do so. When you find whatever that is duplicatable, you teach your team members to do so. And then what do you do again? You cultivate and make sure you maintain forever business discipline. And I'm sure we're all business owners there. We know what forever business discipline is, and that is doing your 4 case credit, okay? We're still going to be looking at some of the ways. We always say this all the time. So, and then another thing is that we must do all the time is you need to generate new leads daily. That's one of the secrets. I'm just sharing with us in summary the secret of what made me get 60 case credits every month throughout last year. I found a system that can work for me. I made sure it's duplicatable, it's something I can duplicate, and I then duplicated myself every month. Every month, I want to come up with someone who is doing what I'm doing and achieving the results I'm achieving, okay? And then another secret is generating new leads every day. And then number 3, knowing forever living products. You must know the products. I didn't say you should know the 250 products in Forever Living Company. Know the products that you like, the products that you want, the products that you have desire, the products you have passion for. Know them very well. You really need to study and know them, and then you need to acquire skills. We've had a lot of trainings. I attend almost every training. So we've had a lot of trainings on all these things. Acquire skills in the system that is working for you. Whatever it is that is working for you, make sure you acquire skills, communication skills, sales skills, follow-up skills, and finally, summary of what happened and how I made my 60 case credit is to go for all incentives. And when I say all, I mean all incentives. Go for it. If you don't achieve it, you would have made some profit from it. If you don't achieve it, you would have built some skills doing it. Now, let me give us an example. When early birds started, birds for 4 case credit started, before then, 4 case credit was a very big issue for me some years back. Very, very big issue for me because, you try to, all those things you put into place, trying to sell, trying to recruit and whatever. But I overcame it when I went for that 4 case credit early birds. That's doing your 4 case credits before 12th of every month. Because I listened to the reason. And I remember the CSM saying that time that he doesn't want people who are using their bonus to do case credit. He wants people who are building real business so that they would have done their 4 case credit discipline before they receive their bonus. And it made sense to me because my bonus is like what I have been given for the job done. And my 4 case credit is the job done. So why should I use what has been given for me for the to me for the job done to now be doing my 4 case credit? I went for it. I went for that incentives. I think it was like 3, 4, or 5 years ago. I don't remember exactly when I joined. Okay, when the incentives were launched and I joined. And I tell you, from that time till today, maybe 5 years back, I've done my 4 case credit before the 12th of every month. I had to build up the skill, build up the discipline, build up everything. So go for all incentives. And again, if they bring out an incentive today and say the last 2 incentives we had was the one for Forever Daily and then for Super Greens, I went for it. I always go for every incentive, no matter how, even if they say it's sticker. If you check the back of my laptop and things like that, I have stickers on my lap. When they did that sticker, I went for that incentive. Whatever you call that incentive, I will look for it and I'll go for it. Why? Because I know that as I'm achieving it, it's like a jara. It's like a jara to what I'm doing. So if that is it, why don't I get that jara that, you know, is what I'm doing? All right, someone help me. Build strong team is covering the page. All right, so build a strong team is the second thing. Remember, the introduction is the first thing, and then the second thing is to build, for you to build a strong team. Building a successful network marketing team requires strong leadership, effective communication, and the ability to motivate and empower others. You need to learn, and that's why personal development is very, very important when you're working. And again, we know that network marketing relies on building a network of distributors and customers. Let's know the cocoa of the matter, okay? Know what network marketing is. Know what your forever business is all about. The business is all about your moving products from the warehouse all over the world, all over, wherever you decide. That is what the business is all about. And so you need to know it, okay? Building a network of distributors, building a network of customers. And so what do you do then? You invest time in building relationship, focus on recruiting, you know, enthusiastic and committed people to the business. That's what you focus on. Know what you're there for. Know what's the reason for the business and make sure you do it. It's very, very important, absolutely important for you that you know that. So when you need to then do what? Focus on building relationships with your team members. Okay, now I'm talking about non-manager business. So even if you have just joined the business today and you have finished your 2 case credit, you're automatically a leader because the business is expecting you to go out there and lead people who need the products to use the products, and then lead people who want to do the business to come and do the business. So you need to focus on relationship building because network marketing is about building relationships. And we know that Forever Living Business is the MLM, is the multi-level marketing company, is the network marketing company. And so you need to encourage your team members to focus on building genuine connections with their prospects, their customers, and their downlines. Genuine, it has to be genuine love. It has to be something that you know you do out of love, not out of using people. So you build that relationship to build trust and credibility, you know, and this is very, very essential in network marketing because it's important for you to stay connected. Stay connected with your customers, stay connected with your team members. We are going to be hearing more of that later. And also, I don't want to go into other people's training. And then schedule regular team calls, meetings, and training sessions. Use social media, online tools, you know, to keep in touch with, to build your relationship and relationship with your downlines and your customer. And then the third thing, C, is all about them. It's all about the people you're leading. It's not about you. Find out your customer's strong why. Find out your downline strong why. And sincerely connect with them to achieve and fulfill the reason for which they pass. I'm telling you all this because sometimes when we have people come into the business, when we have people join us, we think is what we want. We impose what we want on them. But now, anybody that is joining me, I work according to the pace of that person. I'm not rushing anybody. I don't suddenly turn a customer into a downline. I leave them. They are the ones that will In fact, this year alone, I think I laugh and I tell my husband, I say, somebody is prospecting me. I say that they are prospecting me. They are the ones telling me that they want to do the business because they've used the product and they are in my community and they see what is happening and they hear my testimonies. And so I say they are prospecting me. All right, so you need to find out people's strong why. For example, some of the months that I did, I found out what do you want to achieve? And then when I find out what the people want to achieve, I then connect their why to case credits. I show them how their reason, let me take for example, somebody says, I actually want to buy a car. Let's take for example, this year, and the car will cost me 6 million naira. I say, okay, the car will cost you 6 million naira. You want to buy it this year. How many months do you want to use to buy it? Okay. And then I say, okay, so 6 million divided by maybe if it's 10 months, it's 600,000 every month. And this 600,000 every month, if you want to get it, you have to do a business worth of so and so case credit. And that so and so case credit will give you the bonus of 600,000. Can you see? We work backward. And so the person now sees that case credit as his or her car. So every morning the person is going out, the person is looking at that case credit, that is my car. And that's a strong why. So I'm not going to come to the person and say, come. And then the person comes, I'm now throwing to the person, become a supervisor, become a manager, when the person doesn't even know what manager or the benefits of it is, okay? All right, so then also in network marketing, team incentives is very, very, very good. That's another thing that helped me, all right, to build that 60 case credit last year. Team incentives. I did a lot of team incentives for my team members, for my customers, several. You know, some examples will be like some tools that they can use in doing the business. I'll put it up there that if you do so and so case credit within so and so time, you get it, okay? So in network marketing, incentives are a very effective way to motivate and reward your team, you know, members for their hard work and achievements. And we're going to be looking at some ways, maybe like 7 ways. Okay, number 1, you need to, for each team member, for you as a person, remember, I'm talking about building a team. I'm talking about you achieving 60 case credit. I need to make it here that 60 case credit is not achieved by one person. It's not achieved by you. It's achieved by you and your team members. It's achieved when you are doing, when you are leading, and then your team members are following you. So you set a goal for yourself, very clear goal. And when you have made your goal clear to yourself, you lead your team members, every one of them individually, to set their goals, because goals are important in network marketing. So you need your individual goal, you need your team goal. So when we are achieving, I'm not saying I didn't achieve 60 case credit. My team members achieved 60 case credit every month in 2022. It's not Ngozi Achonwa, it's my team members. I was just in front leading all of us. So every one of them, they had what they wanted to achieve. And I give glory to God that 2022, every one of us that actually put up our mind from the beginning to the end, we achieved what we wanted to achieve. So ensure your team members understand what they need to do to achieve the incentives or the strong why or their own goals. Set clear, achievable goals and track progress regularly. And then ensure your team members know exactly how to qualify for your own team incentives. Let them understand it. I tell you, this Flying Start Challenge since January till now, we've had several team meetings together. I've had individual meetings with my team members talking about it, looking at it. You know, we've made 1 or 2 mistakes and we've corrected it, getting ready for the next one. So you need to keep, you know, moving. So you need to ensure that your team members exactly know how to qualify, what to qualify for, how to qualify, and you make sure you celebrate, you know, and offer support when these goals are met daily. I check what my downlines have done the day after, and I call them and I tell them, okay, this is what you have done and things like that. And I also check it weekly and then we celebrate, okay? You need to provide support. Offer your team members the support they need to achieve the incentives. Not only you, don't run alone, run with your downlines. Provide the training, provide the resources, provide the guidance to help them succeed. Don't be the only winner in your group. If you're the only winner, you're not winning. Remember this saying, they say that if you're the only rich person in your village, then very soon you will become poor, Femi. You will become poor. So you need to provide training, resources, guidance, and make yourself available to answer questions and provide feedback for your members also, okay? All right, then number 3, create healthy competition. I always do that. I give my team members, healthy competition. Who is the first to finish this? It might not even be case credit in line. It might just be like, I'll say, okay, this post I'm putting up there for us, I always try. Anytime I do a write-up, maybe a marketing tool, or maybe a prospecting tool, I even follow up. I try it. When it works for me, I'll come and bring it out to all of them and say, see, with this post I made, I have sold 3 clean 9s. I want to see the person that will equal me or overtake me within, the next week on clean 9 using this post. I will give you so and so. So, healthy competition, and everybody will get to work. So you need to create that challenge and contest by encouraging healthy competition among your team member, and then you offer rewards for top performance and recognize their achievements, okay? All right, and then celebrate success. Let's celebrate every little thing. Remember, like I said before, people have their strong whys. You can have a team member that all she wants to achieve is 50,000 naira extra every month. You can have another one that is 500,000 naira extra every month. You can have another one that is maybe 1 million every month. They are all different. I always go through when I bring in, like I'm after the February business, when I'm training those that joined in February, I had to ask them in a Zoom meeting, we are all there. But because I don't want people to feel embarrassed, I don't want this person to feel, oh, is this all this person is there about? Oh, is this person feeling is a big man? I'll tell them, chat me privately on my WhatsApp. Let me see what your goal, your strong why is. As the meeting is going on, I'll go and read it. I'll see, then I'll come out and comment on it. And then by the end of the month, or by the time one person has achieved or whatever, we celebrate. We celebrate a lot in our chat room, a lot of noise in the chat room, private celebration, general celebration, because celebrate every milestone your team members achieve on their way to earning the incentive. Don't wait till the end of the incentive before you begin your celebration. Celebrate it almost every time. Okay, set some short-term celebrations to celebrate whatever anybody has done. And then you need to acknowledge their hard work and achievement. Some people can put up hard work, but they can't achieve it. You offer encouragement and support to keep them motivated. I have one of my downlines that called and said, see, this flying start, I don't think I'll be able to go again on level 2. Let me just settle on level 1. She gave the reasons, election, cash flow, and yet, as she's complaining, there are some people that is even their own good, because one man's good day might be another man's bad. I have to encourage her. I have to remind her of all the things she has done. I have to remind her of all further achievements, past achievements, and remind her that it's coming again. So you need to actually encourage and support so that the people can go on. And again, most importantly, you need to lead by example. You have to be in front. There is nothing I tell my team members to do that I don't do and try to do 10 times more than them. I try to do it 10 times more so that I'll be able to see every excuse that will come up, and then I'll be able to know what to answer. So lead by example and show your team members how to achieve the incentive, how to achieve the case credit. Remember, I'm saying that one of the greatest things, one of the things that helped me to achieve my 60 case credit was going for all incentives. And if you look at it, Forever is a wonderful company. I love Forever a lot. There's always an incentive coming up. Okay, what does it take them to say that if you buy during International Women's Day, if you buy any product, I give you Forever Day? They don't have to give it to you because they will still sell. So if they brought out that incentive, I tell you, I don't know how many Forever Dailies I got, and I've sent to so many people, and I'm even using it to raise more customers. Because when you tell somebody, come and buy, because you got it at almost dash, then you now say, come on, when you buy, I give you back, or you buy, I do 50% or 30% discount for you, just on this, that. So it helps, okay? So demonstrate a strong work ethic, excellent communication skill, and a positive attitude when you're leading. Okay, it has to be ethical. We need to know what to do. And of course, for me, the easiest way to talk about ethics is the Bible says, do unto others what you want them to do unto you. So anything you don't want anybody to do to you, don't do it to another person. That just works well. Okay, and then communication skill. Feedback helps with communication skill. And then that positive attitude, that heart of gratitude, it must empower you, it must overcome you, and you need to keep it fun. Number 6, make the process of achieving incentives fun and engaging. Use creative and exciting incentives to keep your team members motivated and inspired. Let me take, for example, when we did last year that we did the travel to Tanzania and travel to Ghana. And I found out that there are some team members who want to do this, who want to achieve, but they might not be able to achieve this. I brought up our own team incentive. And I said, okay, if this one is for 6 months, but if you're able to do it for 4 months, I give you a deep freezer. If you're able to do so and so, and if you're not able to come to 4 case credit and you're able to come up to 3, I give you washing machine. If you're, I just brought out all those incentives, and thank God a few people won. All right. It's sharing, it's about sharing. I don't have to eat all the profit alone. Okay. So we all share, and they are happy and they are doing more. So make it fun. Follow the tips, okay, that can help your team members achieve incentives and build that culture of motivation. There has to be that culture of motivation, engagement, and success. Success, okay? Then number 7 is evaluation. Practice and teach. You need to practice it yourself. Teach your members personal daily evaluation. I always teach us, my team members, get your notebook, write what you need to do, and every day before you sleep, go through it. Have you achieved it? If you have, praise God, have that heart of gratitude. If you have not achieved it, move it to the next day. And then as you're moving it to the next day, if it's a big work that needs to be done, put it on top, and then now write the other things you need to do for the day, present it to God in thanksgiving, and then you sleep. By the time you wake up with inspiration concerning those things. And then you do it weekly, you do it monthly, okay? Because team evaluation also is important. You also check what your team, remember I say, when I'm looking at my case credit, I'm not looking at it as Ngozi Achonwa. I look at it as my team members, okay? Everyone, this is Mercy Team Case Credit, and that's how I write it, Mercy Team Case Credit. And that Mercy Team Case Credit is divided for the team members in Mercy Team, okay? All right, then number 5 of the other big numbers is be consistent and persistent. Success in network marketing requires hard work, patience, and persistence. Stay committed to the business and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Avoid distractions and time wasters. You need to do that. In fact, it's a skill you need to learn. It's a skill. I'm not talking about that today, but it's a skill I have learned, okay? I don't let anybody distract me. I don't let time wasters take my time from customers, downline, everybody, okay? And then remember that network marketing is a legitimate business model that can provide a valuable income stream. I tell you, like I always say it all the time, that's the best business on earth. But it requires hard work, commitment, and ethical practices. It requires hard work. And then self-development, I'm not going to talk much about that, but that's another thing you need. Network marketing requires some self-development. Remember, I've talked so much about communication skill, leadership skill, marketing skill. Invest in training and educating yourself to improve your skills and stay really up to date with the business and industry trend. For example, we are old school. So when I'm talking about, self-development and developing your skill, I'm old school. But when I found out that social media is the way to go, it's not a journey of today. When some people look at me, they say, hey, she has over 50-something thousand. It's not a journey of today. If I tell you my journey of searching for this new trend in the industry, you will laugh and laugh and laugh. It's not for a story of today. Anyway, so then you need to provide value. This is very, very important. Provide value. Focus on providing value to your customers and team members. Don't just, it's all about value. If you give value, people will run after you. Then you need to offer excellent customer service and help your team members also to do so and succeed. And one of it is If a customer pays me today, I tell you the truth, I do everything within my possible best for that customer to get that product that same day. I do it. Even we sell all over Nigeria, all over the world. If it means my removing a little bit of my profit to make sure that person gets it, I do it. If it means disturbing, I can disturb. Disturbing anybody to make sure that thing gets there, the thing will get there. So provide value that will help you build a loyal customer base and attract more people to your business. You need to build your customer base. It's very, very important. Now, the business, for you to sustain your business, you need to sustain it by retailing. And then for you to grow and leverage your business, you need to do that by recruitment. So those two legs, you must actually make sure you're standing on them. And then you need to provide training and support. Your team members need guidance and support as they build their business, providing training on scale, on sales techniques, product knowledge, effective communication. Make yourself available. Please, if you're a leader, make yourself available to answer questions and provide feedback. My team members, they know. And you know, I train them. They don't really understand, but I know what I'm doing. Let me give you an example of how I grow with them with product knowledge. For example, when I just sign up anybody, I will be training them on some of the products because I found out what they want, what their strengths are, what they want to do. So I'll keep telling them about the product. I can run product training. I can even do art designs, do the write-up, give it to them. When they like it and they sell, I'll bring them in my trainings. I'll show them how they too can do that design, how they too can get that write-up, how they too can write it up. And when it comes to costing and, you know, doing the calculations and things like that, I do it for them initially. I send it to them, they enjoy it. Then later I'll now tell them, you know, that price list, if you go to section so and so, not, you know, number so and so, you will find this thing. When they ask me again, so you go and do the calculation, send it to me, let me be sure it's okay. And then from there, they keep on. So you need to hold their hands until they become friends. And people have their different level of understanding, speed of understanding and of following. So you need to just work with them one by one like that. And then you need to foster a positive team culture. This is very, very important. You as a person need to create a positive team culture where everyone feels supported and valued. You know, I stand proud to say that there's none of my team member that will say, oh, I love this one more than the other one, because I deal with them according to their needs. There are some of them that need your support with, you know, maybe like calls, chat. There are some of them that it's just that they just need your support with your just sending things to them to repost. They know what to do. There are, you know, people have different needs. So find out what it is and attend to each, you know, team member according to what they need. It's not about you, it's about them. It's not about you, it's about them. So deal with everyone. Some people are faster, some people are slower, some people are, you know, and I take all these people. Like I was telling someone one time that I had a woman who could not even, to make call in her phone, she will hold it the way she will be doing it. But today, she's doing live on Facebook. I had to hold her by hand. It took months. But there are some that will come for training in 2 days or online training in 1 week, they are through. Okay, so you need to know what the strength, the weakness of every of your team member and work to them accordingly. Encourage team member and collaboration and recognize individual achievements, and also try to have accountability partners for your team members, okay? I try to group them from time to time. It's not a permanent grouping, but when I find people who have like minds, like things they are doing, I try to get a strong one for a weak one, or people who are equal, so that also they can help me. So sometimes when somebody is asking a question, I'll say, go and ask manager Anne, go and ask chat manager Jennifer in Italy, she will answer you, things like that. So you need to encourage teamwork so that it will help you to build a sense of community even within your team and actually increase the motivation. All right, so I want to go into the practical section now. And I'm going to talk about some ways in which you're going to, or practical ways that I used to achieve my 60 case credits last year, and that tell you what is also happening this year concerning that, what I want to do. Like I said, I go for every incentive, and all those incentives are done for. And help me check the last page. I'm not seeing it. The one we typed fast. So I can come up. All right, so Kelechi, do I take questions or I should go through the practicals first?
Please talk to me.
Okay, all right. All right, so if I don't know if we're seeing my slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so we need to study. I want us to, anyone that really wants to go up in case credit accumulation, like I said, you need to go the extra mile. You need to go the extra mile to do the extras. That's one of the keys. And I say number two, you need to build a system that will work for you. And then I say you need to make it duplicatable. And then the summary of duplicating is duplicate yourself. If you want to do it every week or every month or every quarter or every year, whatever works for you. What do I mean? This is Ngozi Achonwa that is here. I have that vision that every month I'll bring out another Ngozi Achonwa, doing in that person's strong why, achieving what she wants to achieve, being a global influencer who has been, the brand has been built, the personal brand of that person built. So what am I saying? If I look at last year, I was able to bring out 12 people like that. So this year again, I thought I'll be able to double it, but because of the way I've decided to change the system I'm using in my business this year, I've also maintained it at 12. So that I'll be able to, I'm working on a system. There's a system I want to work on this year. And if it works out, then I will fly. Because I've looked at my business last year and I found out that much of the work was done by me. And that's not network marketing. That's not MLM. That's not big business building. Big business building is having people like you who will do that. So that if you say you want to carry your bag and retire now, you can retire now. So I'm trying to develop a system. So I still gave myself that target of bringing up one Ngozi Achonwa every month for 2023. Okay, and then trying to build, test, and come up with that system that can do the passive income I'm talking about. So number one, where you can achieve 60 case credit is to build up 15 downlines, doing 4 case credit every month in your non-manager line using retailing and customer community building. This is actually what our business is all about. 3 to 4 can be crazy. I'll just run through them and then I'll go back to number 1 because that's what I used last year. I was asked to do what I did last year. I combined, okay, let me look at, I combined the 4, but in combining the 4, I really focused on number 1. So I'll go back and talk about it. But then number 2 is to recruit and train downlines on rank advancement using recruitment and business building methods, okay? Okay, I briefly talk about it. This is like when you're recruiting downlines, find out what they want. Their strong why is always very, very important. So when you find out what they want, you interpret it, you connect it to rank achievements. Now, remember when I talked initially, I said you interpret their why to what? Case credit. Now, if you're using number 2 method, you interpret it as rank achievement. So how does that work? Oh, when I bring in people, I ask you, okay, what do you want to achieve? Okay, I want to pay up my loan of 4 million, so and so time. I say, okay, do you know that if you come up and you do this business and you become a manager in so and so month, doing the manager business, you will pay 4 million in so and so month. So we work backward. So that's like rank achievement, okay? And when, of course, you have someone who is doing manager and achieving, you're making your case credit, you can achieve that 60 case credit. How do you do that? You work so hard, you get 4 people that will do manager in, that year, and then you can achieve that. Then number 3 is to build up hundreds of customers through recommendation marketing, and they buy as preferred customers. I've also tried this one time. This was what gave me international businesses actually, because I then noticed that many people outside Nigeria, they love all those links and things like that. You know, you give them, talk to them about a product. I can just take Active C now. That time they did 17 reasons why you should take Active C. I sent 17 reasons to all those people, all my friends, and I attach the link for Active C. And then I give, when people, I begin to talk about to people, I then tell them about other products they can use. And so they go through the link. People can buy with your link in Nigeria, buy on Likelo all over the place. They buy at retail customers, or then you show them preferred customers means of registering them, giving them their ID, and they are buying on their own. That's another myth. And then the 4th one is setting up a vast retailing profile using huge marketing mediums and terrific advertising. This one is not for young people. I'm not going to talk about that. This one is for the gurus, those who have really made the millions in the business and they want to multiply it. I'm sure this is what some of our big people are using. So I'm not going to talk about this, but I've actually tried this and it works. It's just that it has its own, well, all these methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, all right, no, thank you. How do I move backward? Okay, oh yeah, somewhere. Okay, I moved too fast. All right, so we're here, don't worry. So we are here. This is where I'm going to end the training this morning on Momentum from Flying Start Challenge. That's what I call it. This is what I'm trying to do for myself, okay? And because it's one of the things that helped me with 60K credit last year. So 2 things that I did that really, really practically helped me was retailing, recruiting, and then teaching people to do that. Recruiting and teaching them that's on one leg is retailing, recruiting, and teaching people to do that. On the other leg is recruiting and then showing the people the business and how they can climb the rank of business. So every beginning of the year, I brought out the people who I had from 2021. You know, we're talking about 2022 now. In 2022, January, February, I then spoke with them, talked with them according to whatever they're doing. There were some of my team members already who were already retailing that I was teaching on online community building and things like that. So we discussed on what they are supposed to achieve every month. And then there are some who were like, oh no, mommy, I want to make a manager in 2022. I had those ones. And we agreed from the beginning, the month, they are going to run for their manager level. So that one is another rank incentive. So I use those 2 legs to achieve that. So for every month, like I can even tell somebody, if somebody tells me I won't be able to work with more than 1 person at a time. So I made them know. So I worked with only 1 person at a time, 1 person at a time. And I agreed with the person. How do you want to do that? Person will say, oh, I want to do it in 4 months. 2 people, I think last year, 2 people said 4 months. 2 people said 2 months. So I spread it for them. 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 2, 2 months. Another 4 months is 12. So for January to December, I had somebody who was doing a rank achievement. So because I've already discussed with them, and some of them, like, let me see, that last year, I think 1 person came in April, but the other people were like last year, the year before. So yes, like 3 of them were ending of the year before or sometime the year before. So I already discussed with them and we talked about it, and they were already doing what I'm doing because I've educated myself in them. They were doing what they want to do, what they love to do, their passion, and they were doing well in it. All right, so that's on one hand. So with those ones, we're able to say, okay, those who were doing 4 months, I was teaching them on how to achieve maybe like 30, 40K credits every month. And that ran for 8 months for those ones. And then the other 4 was like 60K credit for the other 4 months, okay? So that's one method that can work. But with that, I knew that some months, like there's one of them that made manager that for 1 month, she really couldn't do much. She was just able to do like 16K credit. So if I was depending on an individual, then I wouldn't have succeeded to get 60K credit that month. And that's why this other method is a method that works on you, or more like you, people, than depending on people like that. And that's why I put it up in the screen here. So I have me, which is you, somewhere. I have me, which is you. And then what do you do? The least you as a person would do would be 4 case credits every month, because you should have built that discipline of 4 case credits every month. So that's the least you should do. Does it really need me? Okay, so that's the least you should do. And then how do you get to do 4 case credits? I share for myself, I always share retailing and then recruitment. I try my best to make sure I bring in 1 person doing the business every month. And so on that recruitment side, I make sure I do everything. And what I do mainly is customer recruitment, okay? Trying to recruit using the products. So if I have customers that the products have worked for and they use the product and they begin to say, oh, I really don't have money to buy this product. They are really, once they mention anything money, I show them the business. So that's the recruitment. So you doing 4 case credits at least, but I tell you, if you want to really do big, this should be times. You have to times like these 2 by another 5, making it 10. You have to time these 2 by maybe another 2 or whatever, making it 4 and whatever. But this is the least anybody that wants to achieve should do. And then what do you now do? You try to get these 2 people you're recruiting every month. This is like month 1, month 2, month 3. Okay. And then of course, work with your existing supervisors, whom you must have trained to also retail and recruit to get their 4. Okay. Who you must have trained to do their 4 case credit also by retailing and recruiting. And make sure, like I said, you duplicate yourself. So this is just like a template for maybe like 1, 2, 3 months, all here. But I tell you, you can then, as you're moving from month 1 to month 2, this is increasing. So, and then Rome was not built in a day. This 60 case credit, I did not start doing it just boom. The first incentive that CSM brought out was 20, 50, 100, if I remember, in 2021. And I went for 20 because I knew that that's what, if I try my best, I'll be able to do. Remember that the very first incentive was 4 case credit early birds. And I went for that 4 case credit early bird. So when I noticed that I was able to achieve 4 case credit before the 12th, I tried to move it to the first 1 week, which was before 8th. So by the time they are opening the system, I'm 4 case credit active. And I said, if I'm able to do this thing in 1 week, why don't I times 4 by 4 so that it will be 16? So by then I was already growing the habit of doing 10 to 16 case credit every month using these 2 methods of retailing and recruiting, and also duplicating myself on people who will do that. So that by the time we now enter 2022, I comfortably did my 20 case credit down year 2021. I now told myself, this was what I wrote down on my diary, that I was going to go for the 30, because I think it was 2030 or something. 2050, yeah. I said I was going to go for 50 case credit, and I already mapped out what I'm going to do to get the 50, only for CSM to publish it, and it was 60. I said, hey, whoa, extra 10, no. And that's why it's good for you to add more. So when he did that and I saw it was 60, yeah, something told me, no, don't stress yourself. Don't come and, I said, no, let me go for this thing. And then I now put it at 70. So that's another secret. Instead of leaving it at that 60, I put it at 70. So every month I use 70 case credits. And that's why there's hardly any more. Maybe it's just like a few months that I did 60 points. It's usually more than 60, 61s, like that, because I put it at 70, because I was planning on lower ground and now found out that it was raised up. So I think, Kelechi, that's where I want to stop. I think that's where I've said everything here. So if I have questions, I think some things will be made clearer when I have questions. Thank you, everyone.
Please, before we start asking questions, please let's appreciate our mommy. Sincerely, before you start, I would like people to raise up their hands. Let me enable us to ask our question verbally. because she's ready for us. She said she wants it to be interactive. So please, let's appreciate her. I believe you have learned something. Nobody here will say you've not learned something. In fact, if you have not learned anything, the last statement, you have learned something. So give your target higher. Always place yourself, give yourself higher targets so that no matter what, you get almost, and it will not be below or you get disqualified. Please, let's appreciate our mommy, Pastor Mrs. Achonwa. She is always honest and always open whenever we call her to speak to us. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is really appreciated. She has shared with us how she did it. Now we can hear from her. It wasn't a room was not built in one day. She did this over time and built up herself. And thank God for Global Village. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for the business that Forever has given to every one of us now, that you can even involve all of your other businesses globally, not just local business. You see,
Thank you.
that's amazing.
So much.
That's amazing. So how many of us have questions? Please raise your hand to be enabled to speak. Let us unmute ourselves and ask her, based on what you learned today, please, let's not bring in anything product of one leg or one hand. We'll get distracted, please. Based on what we are learning today, your open business, your personal and non-manager business. I expect that guy that asked question the other time, how do I become a supervisor? I want to be a supervisor, this and that. We want all you to please. I have Amina Abaje, I have Adenikon Steven, I have Ify already on ground. Yes, please go ahead, Amina. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Excellent morning, sir.
Thank you for the presentation, ma'am. God bless you, ma'am.
Amen. Okay, so what's the question?
Stephen, can you unmute yourself, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I said, thank you very much for the presentation. I really enjoy it. Thank you. God bless you, ma'am. All right. My question is that I want to know how mommy did that brilliant success on that sales and recruitment. Is it online, strictly online, or she did part of offline? And if it is online, which of the two did she, is it Google? Is it Facebook? I want to know that. Then number two is the fact that she told us the number three aspect where she told us that she make the sales through using the example of Acti-C, where she puts out the 7 reasons why you have to take the Acti-C. She put up the link. She put up the other products, and then she put up a link. Was it done both locally and internationally? And then number three is the fact that I try to use that means too, but I don't have response. This particular one that I mentioned, I don't have response as expected. So I don't know what am I doing wrong and what should I improve on that. Number three, that the marketing of marketing buying as preferred customers, where she mentioned.
Okay, that's number three method.
Number three, yeah, the number three method. Yes, I want to know. I've tried it, but it's not really giving expected results. So I want her to explain better what I'm doing wrong. What I do in most cases is that I will send the brochure. Then I will send the product in question. Then I will send a link, ask them to pick. Maybe it's the script that I'm using that is wrong, or otherwise. Then at times I may ask them that the company is into a challenge that I need to make certain targets, that they should help me and buy some product. I may just publish aloe vera gel, and those are the methods I'll be using in that area of that number three. So I don't know whether the method is strong or my script needs to be updated. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So I take the first question, which is how did I do it? Okay, so there's one thing about me. I use every possible method that it's comfortable and will not stress me. But the basic way that I do my business is through community building, which I'm going to talk on during the master class. So let me not go too much into that. So you attend the master class and you will learn that. So
when is that, ma'am?
1st of April.
Okay.
1st of April. Yeah, they will share the link. Okay, so that's what I do. I've taken my time to build a community that know, like, and trust me. So I can do all those sales to them through there. Okay. And then linking, let me talk about the link to the product. Now, it's still the secret. I cannot see a cold market. Let me say someone who didn't know me, somebody who didn't trust me, somebody who doesn't like me, and I will send link to this. And again, maybe my, what is it called? My script is not really very convincing. Okay. They will look at it, they might not even understand what the link is all about. I know Nigerians are even afraid of links and things like that. So number one, before you begin to actually sell that high, you need to have built up a culture of buying through link in your community, okay? So, and for this link, it works more for people outside Nigeria, for me. Many people within Nigeria would want you to do the buy, send to them, and they get it. So that link really didn't work. So when I talked about doing 17 reasons, these 17 reasons were posted by Forever Living Company, okay? Which your upline ought to have posted to you, which your upline ought to have posted to you in your chat room. So your chat room. So what did I do? I read all those things. I kept sending them to my customers. I wasn't sending them the way FLP was sending it. I did a schedule for it. And then I was sending exactly the same thing. I didn't really add anything to it. I was sending it. And then when I send it, I also sent on my status, WhatsApp status. I sent on my Facebook messenger to people individual. I sent it to individual. I didn't paste it generally. And then I sent it to people that are my people that are like warm audience, okay? And then when I sent out, as I was sending the 17, I was also sending out some summaries of Active C, attaching to it from time to time. And I did it for like, I think I did that thing for like 2 weeks. It was 17, which was like 2 weeks. Yes, I did it within 1 month, I think. And then I now did a collage of the most important things with some of the pictures and a voicing with this. And then I now sent it out, and then I now did a promo for my people, okay? Within that 1 month, maybe once a week, I'll sell 2 or 3. In a week, I'll sell 2 or 3. But by the time I now did that promo, a lot of people were, what was the promo I did? Free delivery. I think I did free delivery, yes. I did free delivery because I found out that my community members love free delivery. So I did free delivery for them on it. And a lot of them use that opportunity. I tell you, up to today, I have like at least 5 people who are using, more than 5 self. I even have someone who have signed up because she started using ActiveC. So I don't know. And then you said method 3. Okay, that's your last question. You're talking about method 3. And I think our method 3 is using recommendation marketing. That recommendation marketing also boils down to the fact that you have people who know, like, and trust you, okay? So when you now say anything, they will do it. So there are so many faster routes of selling things, but community building is actually the one that helps you sell anything you want, anytime you want it, if you have enough people in your community. I don't know if I've answered your question, sir.
Yes, Stephen. Stephen, are you still there? I want to believe so. If you're there, please send a chat to let us know if your questions were answered. But I believe she did that. Thank you very much, ma. Great wisdom and great effort, sincerely. I was trying to imagine the work put in. It's really a massive one. Well done, ma. Amina, okay, you've unmuted yourself. Please ask your question. And let's make our questions brief so we can give time to other people. Thank you. Amina Abaje. You've unmuted yourself. Please, can you speak? Okay, Ifi, Chiaka Ikere, Chiaka Ikere.
Yes. Good
Can you ask
afternoon.
a question?
Good afternoon.
Good
Good
Can
afternoon.
you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
we can.
Okay. I didn't start from the beginning, but I think I joined midway, and I was really pleased with everything I heard. I just wish and pray that I'll become like you. So I want to know if I can have let me say after this training, whether I can come to you for counseling.
You have to go through your offline, man.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Sorry, Mami, that badge is there. I've been battling with my network since. Can I ask my question now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ma. So my first question is about the forecast credit, Ma. You mentioned earlier that at a point, doing forecast credit was quite challenging for you. And then you mentioned how you were able to scale through and how you started doing it before mid of the month. So I'm also on the verge of achieving forecast credit, and I was surprised the way you said, okay, you started doing it in first week of a month. So I want to know what you did for you to be able to achieve your forecast credit. So I think I should also tell you part of the things I'm doing, maybe if I'm on the right track, and what I can also add to achieve that. So I wrote out a 100 list of my contacts, most of people that I know and that they know me. And then I speak to them every day. I share them a forever video where our current president made a talk about forever opportunity. And then if anybody say they are interested, I will forward them to our BOM, maybe physical or online. But so many people, some people, they ignore, some people do not, they say they are not interested and all. So the first question is how you were able to achieve your focus, what you were able to do to, overcome the challenge. And then the second thing is, when you decided to do your focus credit, did you also go through challenges of people telling you no, or people not even, some people ignoring you, especially when there are people you know? Or did you even try to reach out to people you know at all, or you just went straight to people you didn't know? How were you able to overcome the aspect for you to get to now doing 60 case credits? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so remember, like I said, that the 60 case credit was not done by Ngozi Achonwa. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma, I do, ma.
So it's only if I look at last year, maybe I'll say that I did something crazy. Let me say it here. 2 months. I decided to sell products of up to 60 case credits all alone, because I was usually, I use my business as my science lab. So I decided to try something, and I did it, and I achieved it once, just once, 1 month in 2021, not even 22. I was able to pull 60, we're not even doing 60 case credit that time, club, but that 2021, we were still doing, I was still on 20. I did something, I did some crazy things, not bad things. So when I say crazy, I mean, I gave myself, when they say extra mile, I worked extra that a human being should not live like that, or else you will die young. But I just wanted to pull myself in a way that I'll be able to achieve that and now see what happens. I'm doing, yes, one of the FLP staff was calling me, so I had to answer to tell him. All right, so let me tell you what I did. I think that month was October or November. I don't remember precisely. Okay, I decided to do 60 case credit that month. I said, let me try and see if this thing is achievable. And I did 70 that month, all alone, by my own retailing, recruitment. I did it all alone, but it's crazy. That one is not what I should teach here, because it's not workable. It's not duplicatable, okay? All right, so now, what I've learned, which we were taught, one thing I always do, I attend every training, even if I'm in the office, whatever, I put it on and I use my earphone to listen to it. Or if I'm in the kitchen cooking for my husband, I'll leave it as running. Or sometimes when I'm working, I leave it to be running. Even if it's a training that I feel, oh, this is meant for young FBOs, I still listen to it so I can learn how to teach my downline. So it's either I'm learning for myself or I'm learning how to teach from every training. So number one thing is to attend every training. And in attending the training, I got to know that in all the no's, you get your yes. It was difficult for me to accept, but I tell you, I've accepted it and I understand it now. Okay, so that's one of the things I learned from training. That is the collect no's. In fact, this year, I told my team members that they should open a chat group that is for no's. So all the people who say no to you, not a broadcast group, that they should put all of those no's. You know, so when you open it, I want to see the person with the highest no. That person will score a high mark, because that will help you break that gene of being afraid of people saying no. Me, I tell you, it's because this thing is being recorded. I would have given you an example. Someone very, very close to me, it's not my husband, who uses our product, that said no in a way that, you know, there's some no you will receive, it will hit you on your heart like this. So I've received plenty no's, and it's in all these no's that I got my yes. And remember, this business is a business of number. If you can accept that second fact, the first fact is accepting no. The second fact is accepting that this business is a business of number. So know your averages. That's how I started doing my 4K credit. That's the secret. If I send Forever Living benefits to 100 people, how many people will buy from me? I learned that over years. And I found out my average. I'm not saying what my average is here, but let me say, for example, I'm just giving this as an illustration, that when I send to 100, one person will buy. If I send to 200, or maybe you say you send to 200, that is when you send to 200 and one person will buy. So if you go and send to 100, don't expect to sell anything. Don't expect to sell anything. So you must come up to sending to 200 to sell one. You now ask yourself, if selling one aloe vera gel is because I sent 200 scripts, how many scripts will I send to sell 10 aloe vera gel? Is that not 2,000? So I will go ahead and make sure I send those scripts to 2,000 people, okay? So that I can sell 10. So that's how come I was able to build up that discipline of achieving my 4K credit ahead of time. And then what happened was that I wasn't waiting for the month to begin. I kept doing and doing and doing and doing. So by the time the month is ending, I already have enough people who want products. I already have enough people who are buying. So I will just buy. That's by the way. But because we have FBOs here, I'm going to tell you one thing I did that helped me to bulldoze into 4K credit, which is not really advisable. Like I tell us, I just do things as a scientist. I'm a scientist, okay? And I'm an educationist, so I use the two together. The first time 4K credit was very difficult for me when I decided to do that discipline. And by the time the month was ending, it was as if I would miss it. I went and bought the products to complete it. So when I bought the product to complete it, I now gave myself the target to finish selling it so that I'll be able to do my case credit for the next month. And something now told me, but you have money somewhere. Why don't you even buy the 4K credit for the next month and give yourself the target of selling it before, you know, so and so time, so that you will be able to use do the business well. So I now did that. It was very, very difficult. In fact, it was almost like the brother said, you would tell somebody, beg the person, they gave me target. I don't use that script. I don't use the script of they gave me target to sell so please come and buy from me. No, I don't use that. I don't use that because of my people, my community, okay? It will look beggarly, so I don't use that. But that time, like 5 years ago, I used that script. I was so desperate, and then in selling it and giving myself that target, I now developed some skills that could work for me. Like I say, don't expect that I'll come here and tell you this thing that worked for me will work for you. It might not work for you because we are not the same person, okay? So you need to, like I said initially, find the system that will work for you and do it. So you keep testing. Is it when I send to 200 people? Is it when I send to 1,000 people? What is working for me? And then you multiply it because it's a game of numbers. I don't know if I've answered all Chiaka's questions. So to overcome no's or overcome the challenge and timidity of people saying no to you, open a broadcast page in WhatsApp and call it no broadcast. So be adding all the people who said no. So be greeting them, praying for them, giving them value, teaching them without showing them product, without telling them come and buy. Just educate them, give them value. From there, you will be, converting them to yeses. All right, so let's have the next question.
I've been laughing here since. Well done, ma. If at Prada, can you unmute yourself, please? And I hope Chaka.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Mrs. Ngozi Achonwa. Thank you very much for this training. I had but this question came up as you were answering this last one. I really want to understand this. I'll ask my question after saying what I want to say now. I usually send to people, I have used broadcasts, created broadcast groups. I discovered that some people don't receive it because I'm not in their contact list. So I started doing 1-1 using WhatsApp. So I will do 1-1 and I'll stay on it for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, and I'll send 5 each to, about 50 people, 100 people. And the response is usually not as you expect. And after a while, I got discouraged. But I want to ask, because you mentioned something about being consistent, and then you doing that broadcast group of the no's. Should I keep sending to these same people? I have thousands of people in my WhatsApp contact. Should I keep sending to the same people? Yes. Or what do I do if I have sent to everybody on my contact list and I'm waiting for response? What do I do? Do I keep sending to them every day or give them space, so that they don't feel like I'm, barging in on them and disturbing them?
Sending what?
Messages like, for instance, you used Arctic Sea as an example. Sending people messages that, oh, Arctic Sea can do this and do that for you. Your marketing.
Yes, let me, I've understood you. Sorry that I'm cutting you so that I don't forget this part.
No, it's okay.
Another thing is, many times we send things without putting any call to action for people.
Okay.
What do you want the people to do? Do you normally put call to action? You can send, that someone sent something to me. And when she sent it, it's a friend. I looked at it and I was like, oh, wow, this is so lovely. Oh, wow. And then I kept quiet. Then after like 1 hour, she noticed that I read it and I didn't do anything. She now asked me, did you see what I sent? I said, yes. Hey, I'm so excited about it. Wow. She left me. We were chatting. Then after like 12 hours, she said, but I actually sent that thing so that you can forward it to the group where we belong so that these people will know. I said, oh, I didn't know. I thought you sent it to me. So immediately she said it. I forwarded it immediately and people started commenting, She sent me something without telling me what to do with it. That's what many of us do. Okay? That's what many of us do. So what's your call to action? What do you want people to do? When you're sending your thing, you must bring people to a decision, okay? So that's one of the reasons. And then another reason could be that the people you're sending to don't need Active C. They might not need Active C. I was talking with someone yesterday and I'm like, okay, the person was asking me what a product would do. So I was saying, oh, this product is meant for people like me, middle age, not for people like you, okay? Because he said, why? I like it, why? I said, but do you need stamina? Okay, he said, okay, okay. He said, no, I want to sell to my friends. I said, but your friends wouldn't need, they are not fatigued, they are not tired, they wouldn't need stamina, okay? So if I carry that thing and I go and post it to youths, okay, under 17, under 18, or maybe 18 to 25, they won't understand what is this woman talking about tiredness. We don't get tired. We are not fatigued, you know. So what are you sending? To whom are you sending the thing? That's another thing. And that's why if we listen to the training done by Mr. Ade, go and listen to that training if you have not listened to it. That he did series of training on broadcast, WhatsApp, and all those things. Please, everyone here that is, you know, if you go and listen to that training over and over, you will actually overcome this. Because
I'll ask my upline for it later.
Yes, yes. You need to know your ideal client. You need to know the customer. You need to know what to send to that customer. Is it appropriate? Are you giving that customer a call to action? And then are you following up? That's another thing. Because are they really dealt with it there? Let me not go into it. So let's take another question.
Yes, he has several segments for different things. He has different groups for different things, and he shares those different messages to them. And that is how he gets his own results. Thank you very much. That's true. So I'm sure you are good. Thank you very much.
Yes,
someone
I am.
asked a question in the chat group. I would like us to look at it before we move ahead. And that is our Rose, Erica. She is the person that asked the same question in the other training. She said, how will she wants to be a supervisor. She desires to be a supervisor. How can she achieve that? And also do 4cc case credit. Now, I don't know if she came late, but whichever way, how can you break it down for someone like Erica? Thank you, ma'am. Okay,
I don't know if you have what is it board here for me to write, but just look at. Let me just use this. How is the mannerism? Is the cursor showing somewhere as I'm moving it?
Yes,
okay.
It is.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let me not just use the board, the whiteboard to write, but let me use this. So Rose, Erica, this is you, okay? The non-manager. Now, remember I said you need to build the habit of 4 case credit, which is the basic discipline in forever living. Everyone here must do it. If you want to build a big business, you need to be 4 case credit active every month. If you just, okay, I even forgot to say this. Forever business is the most beautiful business on earth, that you can decide what you want by yourself and run it. You can decide to be a retailer and nobody will ask you for 4 case credit. Abi Kelechi, staff now. Nobody will ask you for 4 case credit. You will just buy your product, retail your product, make your profit, and you zoom on. That's how you want to live. But then that would be what we are preaching against, that you're just a small business owner. You're not you're not leveraged, okay? So to become a supervisor or climb the rank, you must have your 4 case credit, you must be 4 case credit active, and you get it by retailing and recruitment. So Erica, you need to build a system that will work for you as an assistant supervisor now, that can help you recruit 1 person, at least 1 person every month. And then retail and use 2 case credits every month. I forgot to put use in here because I just feel everybody here, you use even more than that, okay? So you retail and use 2 case credits every month. Of course, we all know we need to change our brand. If you change your whole brand into what Forever would give, and you have a family of 4, there's no way you will not use 1 to 2 case credits every month, okay? All right, so now you're retailing, you're doing 4 case credits by retailing and recruitment, and you're consistent with it yourself first. So when you've learned it and you're consistent with it by yourself, then you will now go ahead to build a team that can help. You don't make supervisor alone. You can only make it when you are a terrific retailer. So you just retail 25 case credit, and you become a supervisor. It's doable. I'm not saying it's not doable. It's very, very doable for people who are retailing only, okay? But now, you now retail and do 25 case credit, you don't have a team member to work with. That's why it's important for you to build your team. So let's say this is month 1. Erica brings in 1 new person, okay, in January. And that January, that new person did 2cc. And Erica teaches the person the discipline of 4 case credits by month 2, which is February. Okay, this is like month 2 now. The person now does 4 case credits in month 2. Okay, and so that month 2, your 4 plus is 4 plus your first person 4 will give you what? 8 cc in February. Okay, remember you started January to do your 4. Okay, so January was 4 cc. So you now have 8 cc in February. Then in March, you have taught, let's say that the person you brought in February, that you brought in January, is the name is Amaka. Amaka now does her own 2 cc in February, okay, to get the 4. And that person Amaka signed up is what? Jude. Let's say Jude comes in that February. And then Jude is taught how to do 4 case credits in March. So by March, Jude is doing 4, Amaka is doing 4, Erica is doing 4, and that gives you 16 case credits. Okay, now Jude brought in Philip. And by April, Philip will do 4 case credits, Jude will do 4 case credits, Amaka will do 4 case credits, and you will do 4 case credits, which is going to give you 20 case credits. You're automatically a supervisor heading to manager. So it's something you need to be patient about. And remember, another thing you should know, if you want to bring up somebody who will do 4 case credit, then you're not signing up only one. You would have signed up maybe like Amaka, Femi, and Sunday. And out of Amaka, Femi, and Sunday, like these 3 here, only Amaka decided to do 4 case credit. You now work with Amaka because Amaka tried it and it worked. If you go to Philip, and if you go to Sunday, who didn't try it, to start wasting your effort on Sunday, you will not understand 4 case credit because he did not do it. So make up your mind to recruit people, train them on how to do their 4 case credit, keep recruiting, keep training them to do their 4 case credit. When you get the person, one person that you've duplicated, work with that person to see if the person can get another person. In 2-3 months, or let me say 3-4 months, you will make supervisor. Let's not wait to rush it. Like I said, Rome is not built in a day. And it doesn't matter when some people will come in and say, I made supervisor in 1 month. And so after making supervisor, where are you today? I made manager in 3 months. And then what happened? Where are you after 3 months? So build a solid business. I don't know if I've answered your question there. So in summary, it's achieved by you doing 4 case credit, teaching all your recruits, all the people you recruit and downlines how to do 4 case credit, and giving it that multiplying effect. And be patient, because by the time you become a supervisor, you have a strong team of people doing 4 case credit. You now teach those people how to do supervisor themselves, and you're on your way to manager.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. I hope, Erica, blessed you're still with us. You can see what she told us. It's not a fire brigade thing, and you may be looking at someone in your team. This one did it once. I want to do it. And then when it's not working out, you get discouraged. Okay? That is basically what we've learned today. How you can do this with your team. Very important, with your team. Thank you, Mrs. Achonwa, Pastor Mrs. Achonwa. Really grateful about that. Oyeleke is firing me in the chat group that I promised something. Yes, I did. I've not forgotten. And I'm building it. Oyeleke said you promised to package past trainings in a folder. I am doing it as we speak. It's taking a while, but I am doing that. I have Mrs. Susan Itemabo's training there. I have part of security training there. This particular one of day, I don't have it for some reasons. But I remember I also promised us that past trainings will be coming to us once in a while. We'll be bringing the trainers back to take it again, mainly because we have new recruits, a lot of new recruits in the house. So for that reason, they'll be coming again and again to talk to us how you can do your business online. The truth is, online works. You need to learn it and know it. It works. That is why I'm inviting all of you on Thursday. On Thursday, 11 a.m., we're going to have a social media skill training. We've been doing this for a long time. A lot of people have keyed into it and they are doing well as we speak. So we are going to have Sikiru come to us on Thursday. Please, all of you asking questions on different things about the social media. Oh, how did you do it? Did you do it on Facebook? Yes, she's still going to talk about that on the master class, but on Thursday this week, that is next tomorrow, make sure to join us 11 a.m. Sikiru is going to teach us, Engineer Sikiru is going to teach us another part where you can do your business on the digital world and the digital world. Don't forget the new business now. Your open business, even your CCs outside the country counts. So take advantage of online business. So Yeleke, don't worry, I am on it. I hope I'll be able to have as many videos as possible in there and share with us. Now, let's not forget that this week on is it this week? We're having masterclass, 1st of April, right? The masterclass is on 1st of April. I think it's next week. Okay, let's look forward to it. Let's not forget that so many centers are doing their special BOMs, super BOMs, special BOMs across Nigeria. We announced that of Warri, Enugu, and Ikeja. Ikeja is on the 25th. Let me see. I hope I still have all these flyers. Please, and then that is tomorrow, Wednesday. Warri will be doing this tomorrow. Enugu will be doing this on Wednesday as well. And this is Ikeja on the 25th. On the 25th, I think that's on Saturday this week. So let's make sure we invite as many people as possible. They are planning the program big time. I'm sure it's going to be very, very interesting. It will take place at the Eagle Hall here, at the Eagle Hall. Then we have Warri. Warri is planning their own special program. Even Abuja as well. They are all planning their special programs. Let me look for Warri flyer. I hope I'll be able to get it. And Enugu as well. Abuja is there. They are all planning their programs. And it will take place on Wednesday, which is their normal BOM days. Let me see if I can see that of Enugu Warri. This is for Warri, if I am not mistaken. Yes, NNPC House Complex, Warri, and it's going to be taking place on 24th of March. 24th of March is on Friday. Everyone is invited. If you're in Asaba, Delta, around that place, you're invited to be part of this special BOM. Please send in your prospects there as well. You can be here in Lagos and send somebody there, and you will have your prospects sign up and start building your team in that locality. And then we have Enugu. Please give me a while. We have Enugu holding theirs as well. So remember to send your prospect there. That's on the 29th of March. Remember to send your prospects there. You can be in Abuja and send somebody to this particular place for your business. Okay. All right. We also have a BOM coming up in Port Harcourt, but that will be next month. It's a very, very special program. It's a mega program. It'll be coming up next month on the 15th. On the 15th in Port Harcourt. In Port Harcourt, a mega program. Everyone is invited. Everyone, as a matter of fact, is invited to be part of this program. If you can come from everywhere around the country, beautiful. If not, no problem. Make sure to send somebody. You have to send a prospect that will be part of this program. And then on Thursday, I have already told us we are having our own very Sikiru. He will be coming to train us on Thursday, social media skill. We are going to share the link today, hopefully, or tomorrow. You see the link in the community group. And this is the master class that Mrs. Achonwa talked about earlier. We are having 3 amazing trainers. We have someone from Tanzania, from Ghana, and our own Nigeria. training us at this masterclass, 1st of April, 6 p.m. All these flyers we've shared in our community group, hoping that you have seen it, you will share it to all and sundry. And on Sunday, we'll be having our BOM, online BOM on Sunday. Last Sunday was amazing. This coming Sunday is going to be much more amazing. Our trainer trained on mental health last Sunday, and you can see how excited a lot of people were. So next Sunday, we know it's going to be amazing as well. These are programs coming to you live from us. You asked for it and you got it. National programs online and physical programs at the centers across Nigeria. Please, let's make 2023 business count. Let's make it count. See you on Thursday. And once again, a lot of people have said thank you to you, Pastor Mrs. Achonwa. We are really grateful. I appreciate you for the time. Despite your busy schedule, you made that time to be with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And all that we have learned. It is not enough to learn. It is much more better to put in practice what you have learned today. We want it to show in our CC so that they will know that we are working. Let it show in our CCs. Please, all of you asking questions on online, come on Thursday, you will get answers to them. In fact, when you join the training, you get answer already without even having to ask. I want to appreciate everybody that is always making our time to join us in our programs. We have a very constant participants. I don't want to sound like a biased parent that we love some and not love the others. So I will not call names today, but next time we are going to call names. But we know a lot of our ABOs that are always joining us. We appreciate you all sincerely. But please don't learn alone. Share the link. Let a lot of people join to learn. We all learn together to grow together. That is the slogan. And from me to you this afternoon, thank you once again. May your businesses blossom even at a time as this, and have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kelechi. Thank you. Bye.